Good evening, dear viewers. Welcome to a new episode of the Daily Debate. I'm your host for tonight, Mohammed Abdirahim. Tonight we have two main topics. First, we'll be shedding light on the House of Representatives session earlier Thursday that discussed the General Committee's reports on the President's letter objecting to several articles of the draft criminal procedure law and on the statement of Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli on the same matter. That was yesterday. And also in the second segment, the other topic is the Egyptian-African relations, as we are witnessing a phase of a comprehensive renewal of and partnerships between Egypt and a number of African countries. And with us here in the studio is Dr. Muhammad Salah, the political analyst and researcher. Happy to have you with us, Mr. Salah. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, Mr. Muhammad, and a good evening for you and for all of your followers.
Thank you for being here. And Mr. Salah will be talking to us about the Egyptian-African relations. As for the other file, the House of Representatives session discussing the General Committee's report on the President's letter objecting to several articles of the draft criminal procedure law. We have with us now live over the phone Dr. Moataz Abu Zeid, who is a professor of international law. Egypt is moving towards implementing the joint development projects with several African countries. The President's, the Parliament here, the sixth parliamentary session holds exceptional importance as it coincides with the approach of Egypt's upcoming parliamentary elections. This session represents not only the conclusion of a legislative term, but also a decisive stage for reviewing and discussing articles and laws that directly affect the daily lives of Egyptian citizens. And as public expectations rise, Parliament is tasked with addressing key issues that reflect the people's priorities, ranging from economic and social reforms to policies ensuring justice, accountability, and transparency. Over the phone is Dr. Moataz Abu Zeid, professor of international law. Good evening, Dr. Abu Zeid. Thank you for joining us. Sir, how do you see the President's remarks on additional safeguards and clarifications reflect Egypt's priorities in governance and reform? I'm of course talking here about His Excellency's remarks on the articles of the draft criminal procedure law.
Good evening, sir. Thank you for your question, and of course it's a very significant constitutional practice here in Egypt to the usage of Mr. President Al-Fattah al-Sisi for his constitutional power according to Article 123 from the Egyptian Constitution to reject or to review drafts of law sent or issued from the Parliament during 30 days after regarding of the President, and if there is any remarks or any notice, he can return it back to the Parliament to being reviewed or to being well drafted for constitutional reasons or reasons related to the public interest. Yes. Of course, there is many remarks was sent or mentioned by the President to the Parliament to be considered in drafting for the new bill of the criminal procedure. Firstly, he assured the importance of mentioning or to consider new and new technologies in alternatives for many punishments, many alternatives for temporary imprisonment or saving or respecting more rights and freedoms for people, especially in inspecting homes and houses, and at the end, the accessibility or the ability of performing this law in a suitable time after issuing it or publishing in the official gazette.
Okay. Sir, the Prime Minister said that the President's observations show dedication to safeguarding rights and freedoms. Can you elaborate on this, please?
Yes, of course. This notice is very right because it was mentioned clearly in the letter sent by the President to the Parliament that this notice was based on respecting the public interest, saving or protecting more rights and freedoms, and he mentioned clearly that this notice was based on many voices, was discussed in last month during the social dialogue about issuing this law, and of course it shows a great respect from the President for all these voices to be respected or to be considered in issuing this law, which is a very important law related to rights and freedoms of people.
Right, and finally, Dr. Abu Zeid, how do you see the importance of this, the sixth session with the parliamentary elections approaching to discuss articles that concern Egyptian citizens?
Yes, of course, this session I think will be very important, and the whole sessions for this parliamentary period was very important. Every session produced a certain or a significant legislation which was really required in the Egyptian legislative system, like the new labor law, and maybe discussing the draft of personal affairs law or new personal affairs law, and of course the new criminal procedure law. All of these laws, and especially the criminal procedure law, is one of the fundamental laws related directly to the Constitution, and of course it is one of the legislations that must respect the balance between ensuring a very effective system of criminal justice, and on the other hand respecting rights and freedoms, and of course the dignity of the Egyptian people.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. As always, Dr. Moataz Abu Zeid, Professor of International Law, for your time and your insight, sir. And now a time for our second topic here, the Egyptian-African relations, which are witnessing a phase of comprehensive strategic renewal. Egypt and its president's meetings with African leaders and regional financial institutions such as the African Development Bank reflect Egypt's determination to play its pivotal role as a bridge for cooperation and integration among African countries. These engagements are not only opportunities to coordinate African positions on crucial continental and global issues, but also open new horizons for investment, trade and development partnerships. We'll be talking about the Egyptian-African relations with Mr. Muhammad Salah, the political analyst and researcher, with us here in the studio. But first, allows Mr. Salah and allows the viewers to watch a report about the Egyptian-African relations, and then we'll come back and kickstart our discussion.